Hey everyone, it's Scales. Welcome back to the Reptile Kingdom. So, this is different. Way different. Most of the time, you see me in shorts. Quick clips, fast facts, cool animals. Blink and I'm gone. But today, I wanted to slow down. Really slow down. This is my first long-form video. And I'm nervous. Like, stomach in knots, hands a little shaky nervous. I've never done this before. Never just talk to you like this for this long. And, okay, I'll admit it. Most people are probably wondering why I use an AI voice. Honestly, it's because I'm insecure. About my voice. About how I sound. I worry I'll stumble. That people won't take me seriously. That maybe I'll sound silly. But I wanted to do this video anyway. Because what matters more than a perfect voice is the message. And maybe someday, I'll be brave enough to speak without it. I've thought about this video for weeks. Maybe months. And I didn't know how to start. I didn't know if I should even do it. I kept asking myself, will anyone care? And you know what? At first I thought, maybe they won't. But then I realized, I'm not making this for them. I'm making it because I care. About the animals. About this channel. About the people who've stuck with me. About curiosity. About really noticing the world around us. The tiny, overlooked stuff that's amazing if you actually look. The reptile kingdom started because reptiles have always been my thing. Not just because they look cool or scary, but because they're misunderstood. People see a snake or a lizard or a venomous species, and they instantly think danger. But so rarely do people stop and ask why they exist, how they live, or how insane they really are. That's what got me hooked. That's what made me want to show people the beauty behind the scales, the story behind the fangs, the tiny details that make them alive. Incredible, raw. And it's not just the big, obvious stuff. It's the way a gecko's toes can grip like nothing else in the animal kingdom. It's the patterns on a viper's skin that tell a story older than humans. It's the patience of a chameleon, waiting, blending, surviving in ways most of us can't even imagine. Every scale, every flick of a tongue, every silent movement, it's a language, a history, a purpose. And I can't help but be fascinated. Some people think it's weird to care this much. They don't see why a reptile can be more interesting than, I don't know, a flashy bird or a cute puppy. But for me, it's in the details, the subtle, the overlooked, the things people walk past every day. That's where the magic is. That's where life whispers the loudest. And showing that's why I do this. Because if you stop, if you notice, if you care, suddenly the world is wilder, stranger, and more beautiful than you ever thought. And the thing is, it's personal. I feel a connection to these animals that's hard to explain. When I watch a snake slowly uncoil, or a bearded dragon flick its tongue, or a tiny gecko sit perfectly still, it's like I can feel their world for a moment. Their struggle, their survival, their rhythm. It's humbling, and it makes me want to protect them, to share them, to make sure people don't just see fear or danger, but wonder, curiosity, awe. Sometimes I think about how much of life we just skim past, how we see things without really seeing. And with reptiles, you can't skim. You have to pay attention. You have to notice the tiny flicks, the small movements, the patterns and textures and rhythms. And once you start, you realize how much life is happening around you all the time, in ways you never even thought to look for. And that's kind of what this channel is about. Not just the animals, but noticing, paying attention, being curious, letting yourself care. That's what drives me every day. Not just the excitement of discovery, but the responsibility, the respect, the fascination, the little spark in me that can't help but say, look closer, listen, notice, care. And when people do, when you do, I see it. I see that spark reflected back. And that's why this exists. That's why I keep going. That's why I care so much. That's what this channel has always been about. A place where we don't just react. A place where we actually notice. Every video I make, whether it's a massive viper or a tiny gecko, has the same goal, respect. These animals aren't evil. They aren't out to get us. They're surviving. They're living, thriving, just like everything else on this planet. And honestly, learning to see them that way, it's changed me. It's made me notice things, appreciate things, care more. I've learned so much making these videos. And I'll be real with you. I'm still learning. I don't know everything. Some nights, I'm up late, scrolling through research, double-checking facts, making sure I get it right. I care. I care about the animals. I care about this channel. I care about you. And yeah, sometimes I get frustrated. Sometimes I get tired. Sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough. But then I see your messages, your comments, your curiosity, and it reminds me why I do this. A lot of you have been here a long time, week after week. Comments, messages, people sharing thoughts, geeking out about reptiles with me. That hits me in a way I can't explain. It makes all the late nights, the research, the nervousness, worth it. You're part of why this channel exists. You're why I push myself. You're why I care so much. This channel isn't just about animals. It's about curiosity, about slowing down and noticing how weird, ancient, and incredible life on Earth really is. About really seeing things most people walk past. And yeah, sometimes the videos are serious. Sometimes they're random. Sometimes it's just me, geeking out over a tiny detail most people wouldn't notice. But it's always real, always genuine, always me. And if I'm honest, there's another reason I wanted to do this long video. I guess I wanted to reach out, not just to show cool reptiles, but to say something bigger, to say that it's okay to be nervous, to be insecure, to stumble, to care too much, and to still keep going. Because sometimes I feel small, like what I do isn't enough, like maybe no one will get it. But then I see someone notice a detail I pointed out, or a comment that says, "I never saw a snake that way before." And suddenly, it all makes sense. Suddenly, I remember why I started this, why I care so much, why I can't stop. And before I finish, I just want to take a moment to give thanks to the legends who inspired me. Steve Irwin, RIP mate. Your energy, your passion, your love for these animals. It changed the world. Brian Barksick, RIP as well. Thank you for your dedication and for showing people how incredible reptiles are. And to someone who's still out there spreading that love and knowledge, Coyote Peterson, thank you for showing us how to explore, how to care, how to respect life. And to my friends, those who have stuck with me, who've encouraged me, who've geeked out over every crazy reptile fact alongside me, thank you. You know who you are. You're part of why I keep going. You're part of the spark that keeps the reptile kingdom alive. So, if you're new here, welcome. You're in the right place if you're curious, if you love animals, or if you're just looking for something different. You don't have to know everything. You just have to care. If you've been here for a while, thank you. Thank you for sticking with me, for watching, for commenting, for sharing your thoughts, for learning with me. You're the reason this is more than just a channel. You're why I keep going. You're why I care as much as I do. And if you're someone who's still a little scared of reptiles, that's okay. You don't have to jump in head first. Just watch, learn, and maybe someday, you'll see them the way I do. Beautiful, fascinating, alive. If you like this first long-form video and want me to do more, drop a comment. Say hi. Tell me what you want to see next. Even the smallest note from you. It honestly means more than I can say. This is the reptile kingdom, and I'm really, really glad you're part of it. I'll see you next Wednesday for another cold-blooded adventure.